Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is May 29th, 2025. We are looking at Proverbs chapter 29, and we're going to look at verse 1 today. Proverbs 29, verse 1, and it says this: One who becomes stiff-necked after many reprimands will be shattered instantly, beyond recovery. You know, I have thought about this for a really long time in my own life, and I've seen this both in my own life and in the lives of others. And I get asked all the time, why would this thing happen in that person's life? And I honestly can't answer that, Why would this one person die of sickness and disease and another not? I don't actually have those answers, because I am not God and I'm not that person. But I can tell you that when bad things happen in our lives, one of the things we should look at is it just because I live in a fallen world? And if something bad happens, often that's what it is. But if something bad happens and then it starts to turn around, and then it happens or continues to happen, or it gets worse, and then it tends to get better, and then it gets worse, and it gets a little better, and then it gets worse, there may be something more to it. And it probably has to do with not living into what God is telling us to do. The one who becomes stiff-necked after many reprimands. What does that mean? Well, it literally means one who goes in knowing something isn't quite right, makes a little bit of a correction, sees a turnaround, and goes back to what they were doing because, well, life's better now. You see, I'm an addict. I get that process because I did it my entire life. You do just enough to make life okay so you can go back to what you want to do. That's being stiff-necked. And then things get bad again. So you do just enough, but this time, that little bit, it doesn't really get you there. So you do a little bit more until things get livable again, and then you fall back into it. And eventually, you can't do enough to fix the mess in your life. It's the wonderful thing about God, though. No matter how bad we screw up, if we truly put our focus on God and we turn wholly and completely to Him and put our focus on Him, if we actually live out step 11, praying only for knowledge of God's will for our lives and the power to carry that out, we'll find life can turn around even in the worst of circumstances. But when you try to do it on your own and things get better and you go back to the way you're doing it, you become stiff-necked after many reprimands, there will come a point where you're going to be shattered past any possibility to come back. It can be as simple as a relationship with a significant other, that all you do is do just enough to appease them for the moment, and then fall back into your old patterns, and then find that you've got to appease them again, but this time the things that you did the first time, they don't overcome. The first time I was able to just say, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, and they took me back. The second time I said, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, and they expected me to buy them flowers. Third time I came back with, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. I've got flowers. And I went and got a job or whatever it is. Eventually, that relationship's going to be dead. Now, God can resurrect it, but you will never, ever overcome yourself in those situations. This is the truth. When one becomes stiff-necked after many reprimands, he will be shattered beyond recovery. Past recovery, without an answer. I don't want that for any of us. The answer is step 11. Sought through prayer and meditation. Praying only for God's will for my life and the power to carry that out. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.